Dear students, welcome you all. In the last few videos, we shared few lecture sessions on the subject history. In this video, I am focusing on questions and answers along with the model question paper pattern for annual examination, and I also give a brief note on the syllabus of first PUC history subject. Dear students, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel, and also for get more videos, click the bell button. Before I am explaining about the questions and answers, I will focus on the model question paper pattern. As you are aware, in the question paper, total 100 marks questions are there. 100 marks questions are there. And what are the classifications and how many questions are relating to short answer or long answer, I will explain in this video. The model question paper pattern for annual examination. Here, for your annual examination, total 6 parts are there. 6 parts. Part A is relating to 1 mark questions. Part A is relating to 1 mark questions. Total 10 questions are there. In part A, total 10 questions are there, and all these 10 questions are compulsory questions, and each question carries 1 mark. And you should write in a word or a sentence each. Total 1 into 10, 10 marks. Then part B, second one, part B. In the part B section, total 12 questions are there. Total 12 questions are there. Write any 10 questions. Among 12 questions, you should write any 10 questions, and these questions are relating to 2 marks. Therefore, you should write in 2 sentences or 2 words each. 2 sentences or 2 words each. 2 into 10, total 20 marks. So 2 marks questions, total 10 questions and 20 marks. Then part C, third one, part C. This part is relating to short answer questions. Short answer questions are 5 marks questions. 5 marks questions. Here total 8 questions are there. Total 8 questions are there. Write any 6 questions. Write any 6 for 5 marks. Total 5 into 6, 30 marks. Here you should write minimum 15 to 20 sentences for every questions. 15 to 20 sentences for every questions. Then part D. Part D is relating to questions on map work. Questions on map work, 5 plus 5. So here they will ask 8 historical places. Write any 5. For 5 marks for locating the historical places in outline map. 5 marks for location and 5 marks for explanatory note on that 5 places. Minimum 2 sentences are required for map questions. Then part E, long answer questions are 10 marks questions. Total 4 questions are there. Write any 2. Among 4 questions, you should write 2 questions, and the answer should be 30 to 40 sentences each. 30 to 40 sentences each are 2 to 3 pages. 10 into 2, 20 marks. Total 20 marks. Then part F. Part F can be classified into 2 subparts. Question number 36 and question number 37. Question number 36 deals about match the following. 5 topics are there with A topics in A group and also 5 topics in B there. So you should match the right answers. You will get 5 marks. 1 into 5, 5 marks. Then part F, question number 37. Question number 37 is relating to chronological order. Chronological order, you should reshuffle the events, historical events in right chronological order. 1 into 5, total 5 marks. In this way, 1 marks 10 questions, 2 marks 10 questions, 5 marks 6 questions. From map, 5 plus 5, 10. For 10 marks 2 questions, 5 marks match the following and 5 marks for chronological order. Total 100 marks, maximum 100 marks. Of course, in every question paper, total 160 marks questions are there. 60 questions are choice for you. So, you should attempt for 100 marks. Let us see our syllabus. The syllabus of the first PUC history subject. The title of the history subject in first PUC is World History. Title is World History. So, it explains about the history of the world. So, total 13 chapters are there. In this syllabus, total 13 chapters are there. The first chapter deals about introduction. The first chapter is relating to introduction. It includes meaning, definitions and importance of history. Meaning, definitions and importance of history. Chapter number 2 is relating to the story of human evolution. The story of human evolution. It deals about the theories of origin of universe and earth, then formation of crust, the human evolution, the factors responsible for human evolution, etc. Then chapter number 3. Chapter number 3 deals about the meaning of the civilization, factors responsible for growth of civilizations, and also 3 important civilizations of the world. They are Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamian civilization and Chinese civilization. Then chapter number 4 relating to establishment of Greek and Roman Empire. This chapter includes the growth of democracy in Greece and also the contributions of Greeks to the world, and in the next part the contributions of the Romans to the world. Then chapter number 5, rise of Christianity and Islam. Rise of Christianity and Islam. This chapter deals about the life and teachings of Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad. Next, chapter number 6 relating to medieval age. Chapter number 6 is relating to medieval age. In this chapter, you will study about the causes for the rise of feudalism and also causes for the decline of feudalism and the struggle between church and the clashes between church and monarchy in medieval Europe. Then the chapter number 7 relating to modern age or beginning of modern age. In this chapter, you are able to study about the geographical explorations, then Renaissance, the contributions of the Renaissance, Reformation and also Counter-Reformation. So, these are in chapter number 7, beginning of modern age. Then next one, chapter number 8, the modern revolutions or the world revolutions. In this chapter, you are going to study about 4 important revolutions of the world. The first one, Industrial Revolution, then American War of Independence or American Revolution, French Revolution and Russian Revolution. Total 4 revolutions will be studied in this chapter. Then chapter number 9, Napoleon and rise of nationalism. In this chapter, you are studying about the life and achievements of Napoleon Bonaparte or Napoleon I and rise of nationalism in Italy and Germany or the unification of Italy and Germany. Then chapter number 10, the world wars and international organizations. 2 world wars took place, the First World War and Second World War. In this chapter, you will study about the causes, course and results of the First World War and Second World War. Then the international organizations like the League of Nations and UNO, United Nations Organization, the organs of UNO and the achievements of UNO, along with the dictatorship of Hitler and Benito Mussolini. Chapter number 11, Contemporary World. Contemporary world or the world after 1945. In this chapter, you will study about the Cold War, causes for the Cold War and also important events took place during the Cold War and end of the Cold War, along with few important military pacts signed during Cold War season. Then chapter number 12 relating to NAM or non-aligned movement or third world countries. In this chapter, the causes for the growth of non-aligned movement and also important events took place during the non-aligned movement and non-aligned movement and India, the relationship between India and non-aligned movement. These topics comes under chapter number 12. Then chapter number 13, map work. In this chapter, total 20 historically important places are explained, and you should study about the exact location of the historical places and the explanations. Minimum 2 sentences are required for the historical important places. So in this way, total 13 chapters are there. So you should study about these 13 chapters in first PUC history curriculum. So here I stop my explanations relating to a brief note on syllabus. Then you will directly move the questions and answers of the chapter number 1. Questions and answers of the chapter number 1. Relating to the chapter number 1, we already shared a video lecture. In that video, we explained about the meaning of the term history, then the important definitions of history, and also 10 important uses of the studying of history. So, in this topic or in this video, I am highlighting about the questions and answers. So, the part 1, answer in one word or sentence. Answer in one word or one sentence. So, each carries 1 mark. Each carries 1 mark. Here, you should write the required answer is enough. So, complete sentence is not necessary. So, you directly concentrate on the one word answer. The question number 1, what is the meaning of the word historia? What is the meaning of the word historia? The meaning of the word historia is an enquiry or investigation. The right answer is enquiry or investigation. Second one, from which language is the term historia derived? From which language is the term historia derived? From Greek language, the term historia derived. The term historia is derived from the Greek language. The right answer is Greek language. Question number 3. Who is called as the father of history? Who is called as the father of history? Herodotus is called as the father of history. The answer is Herodotus. Herodotus is called as the father of history. Then question number 4. To which country did Herodotus belong? To which country did Herodotus belong? Herodotus belongs to Greece. He belongs to a country called Greece. He was a Greek historian, but he belongs to a country called Greece. Question number 5. Mention the work of Herodotus. Mention the work of Herodotus. History of Persian War. History of Persian War is a book written by or composed by Herodotus. Question number 6. Who wrote the book The City of God? Who wrote the book The City of God? Saint Augustine wrote or composed the book The City of God. The answer is Saint Augustine. Question number 7. Who gave the economic interpretation of history? Who gave the economic interpretation of history? Karl Marx gave the economic interpretation of history. The answer is Karl Marx. Question number 8. Write the definition of history by Karl Marx. Definition of history by Karl Marx. According to Karl Marx, history is a story of the struggle between the haves and have-nots. History is a story of the struggle between the haves and have-nots. Haves and have-not means rich and poor. Then question number 9. What is J.B. Bury's definition about history? What is J.B. Bury's definition about history? According to J.B. Bury, history is a science. History is a science, no more and no less. History is a science, no less and no more. Then question number 10. Question number 10. Name the book written by Arnold Toynbee, or mention the book of Arnold Toynbee. A Study of History is a book composed by or written by Arnold Toynbee. It is an important book of Arnold Toynbee, A Study of History. Then question number 11. Who defined history as the rise and fall of civilization? Who defined history as the rise and fall of civilization? Answer is Arnold Toynbee. Arnold Toynbee. Question number 12. What is the definition of Jawaharlal Nehru about history? What is the definition of Jawaharlal Nehru about history? According to Jawaharlal Nehru, history is a story of man from barbarism to civilization. History is a story of man from barbarism to civilization, or march of mankind from barbarism to civilization. Then part second. Answer in 2 words or 2 sentences each. Answer in 2 words or 2 sentences each. Each carries 2 marks. Each carries 2 marks. The first one, question number 1. Mention any 2 definitions of history. Mention any 2 definitions of history. In your textbook, total 6 definitions are there. Write any 2. Here I am explaining about 4 to 5 important 4 definitions. The first one, the definition given by Karl Marx. According to Karl Marx, history is a story of the struggle between the haves and have-nots. History is a story of the struggle between the haves and have-nots. Then, according to J.B. Bury, history is a science, no less and no more. This is the definition given by J.B. Bury. Then, third one, according to Jawaharlal Nehru, history is a story of man. History is a story of man from barbarism to civilization. Then, fourth one, according to Arnold Toynbee, history is the story of the rise and fall of civilizations. History is the story of the rise and fall of civilization. Here, only 2 definitions are enough. Which are the easy definitions for you? You write that 2 definitions. Then question number 2. Name the works of Karl Marx. Name the works of Karl Marx. The first one, Das Kapital, and second one, Communist Manifesto. Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto are the 2 important books written by Karl Marx. Question number 3. Which are the 2 important works of Jawaharlal Nehru? Which are the 2 important works of Jawaharlal Nehru? Discovery of India and The Glimpses of Old History. These are the 2 important books written by Jawaharlal Nehru. Glimpses of Old History and Discovery of India. Question number 4. Mention any 2 professional uses of history. Mention any 2. Only 2 professional uses are enough. Here, history is the main core subject for the competitive examinations like IAS, IPS, IFS, KS. Here, IAS, IPS, IFS, KS, etc. Then, history helps to students, teachers, lawyers, journalists, administrators, statesmen, and politicians. Then, historians also working in the department of ASI, or Archaeological Survey of India, under the central and state government. Then another one, that is the historians also working in museums, archives, and tourism development areas, or tourism departments. In this way, there are many professional uses are there. So write any 2. IAS, IFS, or IPS, KS are for teachers, lawyers, journalists, administrators, etc. Write any 2. Then part 3. Answer in 15 to 20 sentences. Answer in 15 to 20 sentences. Each carries 5 marks. So this is short answer questions. Therefore, introduction is necessary. Write the definitions of history. Generally, history is understood as a record of past events. There is no universally accepted definition of history. It has been defined differently by different scholars. From Herodotus to Will Durant, an American historian, various historians have defined history in different angles. Here, Large number of definitions are there from Herodotus to Will Durant. Many definitions are given, but for the examination point of view, we are highlighting about 6 important definitions. The first one, Herodotus definition. Herodotus, according to Herodotus, history is a record of great heroes and unique events to be remembered by the future generations. Second one, Saint Augustine. According to Augustine, history is the story of the struggle between God and Satan, which would ultimately end in the victory of God or good over Satan or evil. Third definition, Karl Marx. According to Karl Marx, history is a story of the struggle between the haves and have-nots. History is a story of the struggle between the haves and have-nots. Then the fourth definition is relating to J.B. Bury. According to J.B. Bury, history is a science. History is a science, no less, no more. According to J.B. Bury, history is a science, no less and no more. Then the definition number 5 given by Arnold Toynbee. According to Arnold Toynbee, history is the story of the rise and fall of civilizations. History is the story of the rise and fall of civilizations. Then sixth one, Jawaharlal Nehru. According to Nehru, history is a story of man from barbarism to civilization. History is a story of man from barbarism to civilizations. Here I explain 6 important definitions. For 5 marks questions, 5 definitions are enough. Then question number 2. Explain the importance of the study of history. Explain the importance of importance of the study of history. Total 10 points are there. You should write introduction. 1 sentence or 2 sentences are enough. The study of history gives us an account of the evolution of the culture and mankind since ancient times. The study of history gives us an account of the evolution of the culture of mankind since ancient times. History presents an ocean of experiences of different people. Hence, the study of history has been very useful, and also study of history is essential. So the first one, history is the memory of the past events. The study of history gives us information about the biographies of great men and a record of major events of the world. According to Will Durant, a country's past is like an individual's memory. If memory goes, sanity goes with it. Therefore, history is the memory of the past events. So, memory is very important. Therefore, Will Durant quoted that individual's memory, the country's past is like an individual's memory. If memory goes, sanity goes with it. Then, second one, the history teaches religious tolerance. Here, religious tolerance means give equal importance to all the religions. This is called as religious tolerance or good relations between different religions. The religious tolerance between different sects is a must have peace and understanding in the society. To establishment of peace, religious tolerance between different sects is necessary. Historians have warned us that religious intolerance always hinders the development of any society. If religious intolerance is there, it led to the lack of development in society. Then the religious stalwarts like Jesus, Kabir, Guru Nanak, Sufi saints, Basaveshwara, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa have tried to show the seeds of love and affection in humanity. So in history we are studying about the religious stalwarts like Jesus or Kabir or Guru Nanak, Sufi saints, Basaveshwara, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, etc. So these people are religious stalwarts, teaches the religious tolerance. Then third one, history is the source of inspiration. The study of history inspire the people. History is like an ocean of human experience. It records joys and sorrows, great deeds, achievements, contributions, adventures, thoughts, and sacrifices of extraordinary men. Hence, it is a source of inspiration. The ideals of Mahavira, Buddha, Acharyas, Shankara, Ramanuja, and Madhvacharya. The ideals of Mahavira, Buddha, the Acharyas like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, and Madhvacharya, Vivekananda, Abraham Lincoln, and Nelson Mandela are the source of inspiration. Therefore, Thomas Carlyle says, great personalities are no more, but history and autobiography of such personalities are still existing. Then, fourth one, history promotes patriotism. History promotes patriotism. A study of history is one of the important factors in promoting patriotism. A study of history is one of the important factors in promoting patriotism. A nation's heritage, such as art, music, literature, religion, philosophy, folklore, and so on, forms the basis of nationalism. The life and achievements of Shivaji, Kitturu Channamma, Lakshmi Bai, Balagangadhara Tilak, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Mahatma Gandhiji, etc., promote patriotism among us. The life and achievements of Shivaji or Kittur Channamma or Queen Lakshmi Bai, Balagangadhara Tilak, and others inspires us. Then, fifth one, history is a laboratory of social sciences. History is a laboratory of social sciences. History supplies historical data to social sciences like economics, sociology, psychology, theology, philosophy, logic, geography, etc. So it is the root of all social sciences. So history has become a laboratory in furnishing knowledge for them. Most of the political resolutions of the UNO are largely based on the lessons of history. Therefore, history is a laboratory of social sciences. Sixth one, history infuses noble ideals. Infuses or supports noble ideals. History gives the details about the noble ideals of Ashoka, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, Kanakadasa, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Mother Teresa, etc. So history gives the details about the noble ideals of different thinkers. Studying history helps us to become good citizens by adopting noble ideals. Studying history helps us to become a good citizens by adopting noble ideals. History contributes the noble ideals like liberty, equality, fraternity, truthfulness, ethics, non-violence, service to others, love and affection, forgiveness, kindness, etc. In this way, history infuses noble ideals. Then seventh one, history helps to broaden our outlook. History helps to broaden our outlook. The study of history helps us to get knowledge about the people of different countries, traditions, customs, cultures and civilizations. Thus, it broadens the outlook of mankind. Then eighth one, history promotes international peace. History promotes international peace. The world has witnessed the effects of the two world wars. If another war takes place in the future, it would destroy the whole world. History has pointed out that unawareness of the culture and narrow nationalism of the other countries lead to such wars. History has given details about the importance of League of Nations and the UNO and their role in establishing peace all over the world. In this way, history promotes international peace. Then next one, the ninth one, history has professional uses. History has professional uses. History is the main core subject for the competitive examinations like IAS, IPS, IFS, KAS, etc. etc. Students, teachers, lawyers, journalists, administrators, statesmen and politicians take the help of history subject. Historians are working in the Department of Archaeological Survey of India, ASI. Historians are working in the Department of Archaeological Survey of India under the central and state government. Then opportunities for the students of history at museums, archives, tourism departments or tourism development and other areas. In this way, history had professional users or job opportunities in different fields. 10th one, history removes prejudice. History removes prejudice. History helps us to remove prejudice, particularly relating to caste, creed, color, class, language, etc. These prejudices did much harm among people and nations in the past. That's why there should be a peace, friendship and coordination between the nations. Friendship and coordination between the nations. In this way, history removes prejudice. This is possible only through the study of history. Removal of prejudice is only possible to removing the prejudice or studying of history. Prejudice will be removed. Then conclusion. It is the gist of all important human actions. History is the gist of all important human actions and it serves as a guide to mankind. As remarked by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, those who forget history cannot create history. Those who forget history cannot create history. So here I stop my explanations relating to the questions and answers of first chapter of history subject. Dear students, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button. Thank you all.